Hello, Western New York. It's Friday. Got the weekend off and all that good stuff. I was at one of my local nurseries. Looking at their plants, looking at their gooseberries and red currants. And of course, probably frost damage or maple leaf. Which seems that may have been frost damage rose stem or something. Might end up doing a little bit of cutting on this stem because there's no leaves or anything on it. And you can see, but on the plus side, this stem right here, right down here, there's something growing off of it. And this one's doing quite nicely. I mean, there's a couple of nice little suckers popping up, which is always good. You always like seeing those little signs that say your plants are still alive. Well, at the moment I'm looking at my blueberries because we did have some frost the last couple of days. Well, within the last few days. But as you can see, I got plenty of flowers on most of them. I mean, some of them probably a little later than others, Of course, what I'm mainly doing is checking to see if they got pollinated or not. Well, this one's got a bunch of buds opening up. And of course, this one. This is the peach sorbet. So, and it has nice sized foliage and lots of fruit buds, as you can see. And there's still some right in here, that still ain't open. I don't think I'm going to get a real good crop on this one because, if you look at the buds, they don't look all that good. But, of course, then again, maybe that one's a little bit later in the season. Yeah, I'll probably cut that back. Might end up cutting this one off because, there's no growth on it. Especially compared to this and that. And then again, it just might wait a little bit. See what happens next year. Well, anyways, I was at my local nurseries and their plants have been flowering last month or so. Part of me is a little bit curious as to why. If you happen to run a nursery, and you know the answers to my question, perhaps you could give me a suggestion or two as to why it is those plants are flowering and all that, while and in some cases, putting on some fruit. While mine are, some of them, they got some fruit. They got some flowers. They got they're showing signs that you know, flowering and all that stuff. You know, explain to me, why is it that those plants are, are so much ahead of mine at the moment? And granted, these are young, so that might be a bit of a factor. You know, but I mean in general. I mean it's like when I go to these places. Oops. Might have taken off a leaf or two. Hope it didn't take off too much. You know, I'm just, you know, I suppose if I had a pair of scissors, I could get the grass a little bit better, you know. I'm just, you know, setting the grass back down on the ground, you know, so it can decompose, you know, break down and add into a little bit of mulch and whatnot, you know. Again, I might add in a little bit of extra mulch around these things. I mean, let me show you. Actually, he might be starting. He's starting to produce a little bit of fruit. Right here. Yep. Of course, the ones I saw at the nursery were quite a bit bigger. You know. Of course, then again, you know, looks like these were successfully pollinated, which is nice to see. Let me see. Canes I got popping up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Let's mention some good branches. So, this thing doesn't grow straight-ish. I'll have no problems cutting it back, if not cutting it all the way down. Because you just take a look at it, the way it's, although it is kind of bending, you know, the new stuff. Who knows, I might just hold it like that for a little while before, you know, see how the things develop. You got these fuzzy ants or whatever. So, this is doing good. One moment. Again, I don't know if I do not know if I'm going to get any berries on my honeysuckle. I mean, on my. Well, then again, I might. A couple. Yeah, these are. Any of you who grow honey bears or haskap, please let me know if these are just more leaves or if these are the signs of the berries. You know, let me know that. I mean, help a fellow gardener out. Let me know. Let me know. And of course, never-ending battle is dealing with the weeds. Well, I might I might have some gooseberries on this plant. You know, I mean, I see some, and even on the red one, red Hinamaki, I mean, I see some. Well, I'll let you know in about a month or so when it comes to these plants. Although for a while, I was wondering just how far my plants were behind compared to those at the local nurseries, but as you see by the swelling, looks like the bees have been doing their jobs. Of course, I'm expecting nothing on this plant and these ones. This one, safer to expect nothing. You know? The grapes, well, they're not going to really be doing anything until like September anyway. Well, like August, September area. You know? Couple buds right there, and you know, bud here, bud here, bud here. I think some might have died because of the frost. You know, but well, we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, here you got some buds here, buds here, buds here. The wild one is doing well. My new ones, well, that might have been well, let's see. I'll give these some of them a few more days, you know. You know, I mean, like I said, we did have a bit of a frost, and it's possible that at the time the plants were not that well protected from it. You know, I mean, the older, I mean, a plant, you know, they will, you know, they grow their roots. You know, that's part of what helps them stay protected. You know, an established plant usually has a better chance. Of course, we'll see what happens, you know. Raspberry plants are coming along nicely, and well, you might see some clusters that indicate, hopefully, that we got a bird's nest in the basketball hoop that indicate there might be some berries, you know, starting to, you know, develop, or at least the flowers that will turn into berries starting to develop. Well, let's see here, what else we got. Yeah, Mom's ferns are coming along. The only thing that's mildly annoying is the fact that I don't really see any real signs of her cone head or cone flowers popping up. I mean, granted, they got them for a relatively decent price, you know. Small for, you know, small things, you know. I thought about yay big, you know. Bought 4 of them for about $12 last year. So, you know, I mean, if I get something decent, I get something decent. So, thus far, looks like my red currants are coming along. Same with my gooseberries. And maybe my blueberries. Don't know about my honeyberry, but you know, that's just to be expected. I mean, first time in the ground, nothing real spectacular. Well, the blackberries here are doing reasonably well. You know, the canes are popping up. Somebody got surprised with something over in there. I'm gonna need to do some more weeding, as always. Get a good look at my black raspberries and see which parts of which plants have developed, you know. I mean, and even trying to more or less sort out my Bristol and my Jewel here. Cut off the parts that didn't do anything. Well, this is doing good. Plants are doing reasonably well. You know, the Heritage and the Pollinated, you know, they're sending out their little suckers. I mean, I'll be honest, in time, I'm probably going to have a hard time figuring out which is which. Home Depot's popping out its suckers. Raspberry shortcake, well, they probably got some suckers down in there. I know this much, I'm going to have to do some major weeding, you know. That being said, I am hoping to have a somewhat decent harvest, you know, of the more established stuff, you know. I am probably going to have to do a little bit of cleaning up, you know, I mean, this is to be expected. I got plenty of, oh, where's this one at? You know, I mean, one moment. Yeah, sorry, I had a little bit of a thorn in my finger. Still got a little bit of it, my friend. Well, you gotta go look at my face again. More or less. Well, let's see here. Plenty of suckers popping up here and there. I do not know if that's going to make it. I'll be honest with you, I got some plans to put in some elderberries. You know, probably right about here and maybe right about here. Or somewhere, you know. The idea is that they'll act as a bit of a windbreaker, you know, for during the winter. You know. Yeah, I need to do some weeding. And look around at my plants to see what is and what isn't. Might end up throwing some good mulch on these things, you know, to suppress the weeds and whatnot. I mean, I've seen some fairly decent growth. And I'm also seeing plenty of weeds. As for my strawberries, well, I might have some, you know, over here. I know I got one there. And I know I got one there. You know, that are a good size. You know, right here. And this one right here. But as for the rest, I'm afraid, you know, but then again, you know, I did find some wild ones yesterday. Who knows, I might think about digging some of them up and, you know, try and transplant them. Although that generally isn't a good idea, you know, because they might have some sort of disease. You know, not a good idea. I mean, with these, I mean, the only purpose is to really be a pollinator and, you know, and also a little test subject, you know, to see if this area is remotely good for growing them. And by the indications, it's good, you know, for growing them. Yeah. Well, it's just beautiful out here. You got this vine, you know, it's putting on its little leaves. I mean, it's at a spot where it's not bothering anybody. Well, excuse me. Well, I know this much. In a couple of months, hopefully you'll be seeing me eating some red currants and trying some gooseberries for the first time. And hopefully some blueberries, you know. Well, like I said, well, this is, well, I'm going to be busy removing these dead leaves and whatnot, and investigate my plants in general over the weekend. You know, see if some of them are worth saving and if others need to be removed, you know. Yeah. But like I said, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments. Hit the like button. And tell me what you think of my plants. You know, and as they grow, as they flower, and all that other good stuff, you know. I mean, if you got any past experience with having gooseberries, let me know what they taste like. And if you grow honeyberries, let me know what I'm looking at here. Is this a green honeyberry or is this just a leaf? Probably just a leaf. But still, you know if you know these plants, let me know. Let me know. Well, as we walk back along the blueberries, and I show them off to you, I guess what I had to say is, well, say goodbye.